2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Brooklyn Nets. And for Brooklyn, 2 games into the season series against this team, they're tied at a game apiece, looking to grab the edge tonight. And in this one, a fantastic matchup in the middle. Shaq, what does the ideal center bring to a basketball team?
Well, these days, it's someone who could beat you both in the post and facing up. You protect the rim, but you also got to be able to switch out on the guards.
To me, it's great centers like Hakeem. And like the big fella here, Shaq.
Well, thank you, Kenny.
You know, you can build around them with confidence. When the biggest player on the court is the best player, you really got something there.
That's for sure. That'll do it. Both teams ready to tip off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt this is a club ready to handle this challenge on the road tonight. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. What a gorgeous nighttime view from high above the city of Atlanta. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. D.A., take it away.
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by connecting with her roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Kevin?
Great story, D.A. Thank you. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You take a look at the Nets. Right now they're locked into 3rd place in the conference, looking to get a high seed for the playoffs. And checking out Atlanta, they're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
Well, right now for the Hawks, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Well, if they're a stock, I'm buying. They faced down every challenge in front of them this season and have turned into a team that has to be considered a major playoff threat.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. Durant is out there with Wilson Chandler, and it's Jordan in at the 5. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Reddish, and it's Capella in at the center. And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
Tries from the block, tried to bank it in, but he misses. Young with the steal. Passes it to Collins. Stolen by Durant. And there's the call on John Collins. That is his first foul of the game.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
Now, here is Irving. And in the game with Washington, he did not play well.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, they couldn't do it in that one. Always a step slow in closing out the shooters and maybe even recognition of who was on the floor. Just not enough energy, and that's a tough way to win on the road.
Now, here's LeVert. After the miss from Trae Young. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Chandler outside. To the inside. Here's KD. And that one is off. Collins with some nice D. And Young, here we go. Misses from short range.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one.
LeVert with a wide open look. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. For Atlanta, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
Trae Young showing off his finishing ability on the inside. Well, as good as he is offensively, the challenge for Trae Young as the years go on here is to stand up defensively and shut down whoever he's guarding. Small and slender. If he can become just a little bit above average on that floor, that's a huge win for the entire team.
And that one falls for Young. And he said he's eager to change the narrative about his defensive shortcomings. But, Brent, what does Trae Young need to do to improve there?
Well, I think he has to look at the approach that Steph Curry had. You remember with the Warriors, a lot of questions about Steph not being able to guard his position and shifting off with Clay. Well, Trae's got to accept that challenge as much as he's trying to lead this team offensively. If he can show defensively he can be consistent, that's going to go a long way for these young Hawks.
The Hawks have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Reddish. Rebound, Brooklyn. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor, shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up really 1 through 5.
That free throw good from Reddish. Have you seen a lot of teams over your time that have been terrific starting a season, then just fall apart second half of the season?
Have you seen it, Kevin, happen with teams that have really good veteran players? I've seen it with young teams.
Yeah, unravel. I mean, it's painful to watch. None come to mind, but I'm sure you could start to find teams that are 10 wins below from one half of the season to the next.
And some of that we know it can happen with injuries to a star player, and you just are dismantled. But a lot of times,
like the Pacers with Oladipo, they were a different team the last quarter of the season.
It's a great call, Kevin. But a lot of times it happens with young teams because if you get off to such a hot start and it's a bit unexpected, there's going to be a lot more attention on you, and you start to feel like, oh well, we've arrived. This is easy. We've done this for 35, 40 games, no problem. Well, the league figures you out, and a lot of times young teams that have early success are probably the most susceptible to this lemmings kind of falling off the cliff type of deal.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And they pick up 2.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Young against Irving. Pass to KD. Over Collins. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, Kevin Durant over the past couple seasons has been in the top 5 as the best mid-range shooters in the league.
Young against Irving. Bounce pass Young. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
Nets trail by 3. Irving passes to LeVert. Irving, good. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And Young kicks to Collins. At the top of the key, Hunter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
That free throw missing.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments.
The Nets making a switch here. Allen's checked in. And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
And when Kyle Korver played for Atlanta, he set a league record with at least 1 3-pointer in 127 consecutive games.
And to think that you just wouldn't have one of those nights where nothing was going in. 127 is pretty impressive. Record was broken eventually by Steph Curry in 2016. But for Atlanta, that 127 is still a team record. And you wonder if one Trae Young might have his eyes set on it. Trae Young, so fun to watch that smooth stroke.
Brooklyn trailing. Irving looking over the floor. The wide open look for Durant. Rebound Atlanta.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. And the Hawks making a change here. Teague's checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Taurean Prince, he's checked in for Chandler. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for LeVert. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Young against Irving. Inside, Allen. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Here's Young, and that one is good. Young's got 10.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. Trailing by 2. Knocked loose. Young against Prince. Outside Collins. Back to Young. There's the pass to Hunter. 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Shot by Collins, no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Pulls up, high post. KD's shot is off.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
And Teague, here we go. Not going to go that time. Excellent D there from Allen. Irving dishes to Dinwiddie. Back to Irving. And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Clint Capella. Jones comes in for Collins. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Hunter. And DeAndre Bembers subbed in for Young. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in. Shot clock at 6. And a wide open look for Irving. Again, Irving missing. The Hawks leading. Here's Bembry. 9 points last game. Passes to Dedmon. 6 to shoot. Over Allen. Misses the J after tricking the D with the nifty pass fake. Here's Dinwiddie. And the layup's good off the glass. Dinwiddie's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. What improvements, Brent, do you like to see out of players going from season 1 to their second season in the league?
Biggest thing, Kevin, turnovers. Player comes into the league, has an opportunity to play, wants to rush things, plays too fast, doesn't have an ability to slow down and make reads. From season 1 to season 2, and given the role and responsibility for that player, when you watch a guy whose ability to take away the mistakes, the simple mistakes he made last year, that's growth.
Because it's connected to so many other areas of his game.
Right, and he's not trying to do things that he wasn't capable of doing when he came into the league last year. He's understanding more of where it is that he's best suited in possessions and for that offense.
Good explanation. Now here's Dinwiddie. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Bembry kicks to Jones. In the corner, Herter with it. No good from outside. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a win against the Magic. Moving against Teague. Stolen by Allen. Irving against Teague. Dinwiddie's shot is off.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Here's Herter. He had 10 points in the win against Orlando. Over Harris, and Herter gets it to go.
Known for being a scorer, Herter is good at staying active and then looking to capitalize inside.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Pass to Irving from past the arc. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
And Herter gets it to go.
Good sign that Herter's learning how to take that kind of contact and still score.
1:46 left here in the first quarter. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Irving. That one's good. Just his third make brings him to 3 for 8 in this game. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Teague against Irving. Teague drives in.
So a moment now to see the story on Kyrie Irving. He's one of the standouts over the last month, putting up about 22 points per, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he's in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
The Nets making a switch here. Crawford's checked in. And so Teague hits 2 free throws.
And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 1. Allen outside. Crawford outside. Great D that time from Teague. Atlanta's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Bembry. Another shot. Here's Dedmon. And it's sent back by Allen. The Nets shooting 42% to begin this game. Here's Dinwiddie. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4. The Hawks shooting to start this game off about 41% from the floor. Here's Teague, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Now, hard to match up with Jeff Teague because he's very adept at drawing contact.
The Hawks shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Dinwiddie outside. Now the pass to Crawford. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Teague feeling it out a bit. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Shot's good by Dedmon.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Back to the action after this word. At one time a poor free throw shooter, DeAndre Jordan has really improved this part of his game, and he was asked back when he was struggling if he had ever considered shooting them underhand like some have in the past.
I haven't. I've never tried it. I've never secretly tried it in practice or anything like that. I think I'm going to try to shoot it regular for a while, and if that's my last resort, then so be it.
You know, he's made some progress with his method, though.
Yeah, him, Drummond, Capella, a lot of the guys who were getting the hack-a-shack treatment have made great strides.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It felt like they knew that there were openings in transition and just wanted to keep trying to feed that, get out quick.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got on the perimeter, Harris and Prince. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Jared Allen. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point.
That was like a morning paper for Jeff Teague. Makes a great read and swings the ball around for a clean look at the bucket.
Nets trail by 5. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Kevin, when Trae Young was in college, he was known for his long-range shooting. But Young says, the people who know me best know that I'd rather get an assist than any other stat. I pride myself on making the right play. Knowing your teammates get joy and excitement from playing with you is all I care about. Kevin?
That's great to see. Thank you, D.A. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the night.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Find the lane. One shot.
Replay angles are interesting, Brent. Instant feedback on social media. Talk about the increased pressure now on referees to get every call right.
Well, so many times, Kevin, on nights where you're working games, you sit there for a minute and a minute and a half.
In super slow motion looking at the play.
And still sometimes hard to get it right.
Very hard.
What I think the league should think about doing with the competition committee is every team in the league should have 3 and 4 cameras that are mounted so that every time there's a replay at any given arena, they have access to the same angles.
For every game.
Every game. Where are most of the times these calls being missed? Where are these calls getting wronged? And how is it that we can implement some technology to help us not only get it right more often, which is the most important thing, but also fair and balanced vision for the referees to have an opportunity to do so.
What an excellent idea. That one is off. Well, he might be an aging veteran in the NBA, but DeAndre Jordan is still terrifying for defenders when he's going up for the alley-oop.
Well, he's such a great target still on the roll situation. You combine his length and athleticism now with the know-how and his tenure in the league, and DeAndre Jordan still can be an elite finisher on the inside.
So it's Atlanta now. 3-point lead. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that'll be the third of the 4 straight at home. Passes it to Herter. To the wing on the left. Here's Reddish. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Yeah, and they're shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Brooklyn. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by T. And Herter gets it to go. Herter's got the lead up to 8 now for Atlanta.
Well, an amazing effort on the defensive end from T with the steal, and the team's rewarded in transition.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 43% from the field. Harris with it. No points in the game yet for him. Allen finds Dinwiddie. Just 5 on the clock. It's stolen by T. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Nets trail by 10. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Lobs it up for Jordan. Great communication on the alley-oop.
Well, I like the shot selection of DeAndre Jordan. He stays ready to shoot, especially in the paint. Does not have many attempts in his career outside of it.
Pass to Dedmon. Pass to Herter. Lets the 3 fly. A rebound by the Nets. Jordan's got his 4th rebound in this one. And there's the call on Kevin Herter. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Collins comes in for Jones. Hunter's checked in for Kevin Herter. Young is subbed in for Jeff Teague. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Karis LeVert comes in for Harris. LeVert, and that one goes long.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one, Kevin. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call, Brooklyn the foul. For Atlanta, they have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
The first one falls. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? I mean,
no, it can't be that.
Well, I don't know if...
I mean, if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game, somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
And Young here.
Oh, yikes! Look out below! About that finish.
Woof.
That connection with Collins, that's an impressive play and very, very high percentage.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Dinwiddie. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Young against Dinwiddie. Collins passes to Young. Clock at 6. Back to Collins. A three-pointer, no good. Nets trail by 10. The pass to LeVert. Back to Dinwiddie. Launches a three. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 4 rebounds in this game. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And he may not have gotten the same attention as some of the other picks back in the 2017 draft, Greg, but John Collins out of Wake Forest has been outstanding thus far in his career.
Really one of the league's best kept secrets. Tremendous athleticism, also great hands, and just has a knack for moving to the open spot around that rim.
The first free throw is good.
He's just a great finisher on the inside. John Collins, one of the game's better dunkers.
Irving's checked in for Spencer Dinwiddie. And so Collins nails both of them. And you pair Collins with a passer like Trae Young, look out.
Yeah, you get him the ball around that launch point where he can get his feet together, and Trae can pretty much throw it anywhere. Collins last year a top 20 player in field goal percentage as a roll man in pick and roll situations.
Nets trail by 14. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And with this quick break in play, let's take a look now and select from a group of point guards that have been killing it from three-point range over the last 10 games. The 4th spot held by Trae Young.
A lot of point guards in the NBA don't get enough credit for how well they shoot the basketball. So give this group their due. Some outstanding long-range shooters.
Well, let's put the three-point percentage in a box for a second. It's the range that those guys have that really blows me away. I mean, just about anything inside of half court is doable for them. Those are some long-distance marksmen.
And the Nets miss again. The Hawks leading by 14. And here's Reddish. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Orlando.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively, also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
Nets trail by 16. Outside, KD. From 13. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Hawks have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. That free throw good from Reddish. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Here's Reddish. Atlanta again missing. And there's the call on John Collins. That's foul number 2 for him. Nets trail by 15. Now Irving. He has 7. Outside, KD. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, for a tall guy, Durant has such dexterity and rhythm on the catch and shoot. It's just interesting to watch.
Yep, that one goes in there. 12 points for Trae Young.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal, shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
Blinding speed there shown by Kyrie Irving on the boost, and when he puts it on the floor like that, he's getting all the way to the rim.
And Young, here we go. Pass to Capella. Here's Hunter. 6 to shoot. Pass to Reddish. Up and in from the low block. Reddish has got 8 points in the quarter.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
Here's Irving. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Here's Young. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Trae Young showing you variety. He can score in a lot of ways.
Now, here is Irving. 9 points in the game so far. And Capella sends it back, and they'll keep possession. Atlanta leading by 14. Here's Hunter, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Here's Irving. Right now, he averages nearly 23 points a game, a relentless offensive force. This one for 3. Headshot off. So Atlanta will take it the other way. For Atlanta, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game. That free throw good from Reddish. Andre Bembry's checked in for Atlanta. Teague comes in for Trae Young. The Nets also changing it up. Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Wilson Chandler. And it's Crawford in for LeVert. He hits both from the stripe.
And love how he's getting himself to the line this quarter. If he keeps it up, it'll end up creating some foul problems on the other side, and that can always help a team's call.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. Guys, you gotta like what Cam Reddish has done in this game so far.
Yeah, smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Young.
And guys, in the past 10 games, he's stepped up his role in the offense in a big way. His usage rate has increased. He's finishing off a lot of possessions, and that's just how this team wants it.
Shots good by Durant.
Wow, just makes that look so easy.
The Hawks leading by 15. Teague with the ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against Orlando.
And guys, in addition to that scoring, he was absolutely tenacious on the defensive end. A complete two-way game for him. Finished with 3 steals, I think, and that was a difference maker.
Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Irving against Teague. It's stolen by Reddish. Now here comes Teague leading the break. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. And Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Reddish's shot is good.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
A minute 20 left to play here in the half. Crawford outside. To end the run. Rebounded by the Hawks. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. There's 47 seconds left now here in the second. Outside, KD. Shot clock at 6. Allen trying to break free. Collins kicks to Teague. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Bembry misses. Brooklyn's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Fires from the wing. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 9 points for Teague.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And here is Durant. Shoots over Capella, and Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 8 here in the quarter.
You got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
And so it's Atlanta finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And you have to credit their defense for the job they've been doing against Irving. Kyrie's been almost invisible out there, and we don't say that very often. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Jeff, you guys had a great first half. Is the key to the second half to continue to be that aggressive?
Yeah, we got to play defense. They're a really good team. They're going to play hard. They're real physical. We just got to come out and keep guarding.
Jeff, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A tremendous game we're seeing from Cam Reddish. He ended up with 19 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. He has bounced back nicely from what was a tough night for him in their last game. Judging by that first half, he's back to his old self again. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
Well, when Cam Reddish gets in the zone, he scores in bunches. Inside, outside, off the break, doesn't matter. He can turn it on and off whenever he wants.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Ernie. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA, over.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Cam Reddish.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Teague out there with John Collins. Then it's Young. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Reddish in at the shooting guard. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce.
You just can't take Trae Young lightly from anywhere on the floor. These kind of shots will help him get into a rhythm.
The net shooting about 42% so far. Now LeVert. Outside Durant. Back to LeVert. Outside Irving. From deep. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
That's all you, Kyrie.
LeVert's got 3 assists in the game. Atlanta leading by 23. Young up top. He's covered by Irving. To the paint. Here's Reddish. Chandler with the defensive effort. And here are the Nets. Here's Irving. Banked in off the glass. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
Kyrie, such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
And Young kicks to Reddish. And it's sent back by KD. On the wing, Irving. Misses the three. Atlanta's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable scorer.
Pass to LeVert. From 12 feet out. Again, the Nets for 2.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion and can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Hawks. And the Nets also making a change. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Allen. And the pass to Irving. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. That is the pass to Huerter. To the middle. Here's Young. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Drawing a foul down low. Trae Young earning that line. Maybe not a super athlete or at least a hyper athlete in the Westbrook mode, but Trae Young's ball handling ability does some incredible things for him out there on the floor to create space and help him change pace for those kind of angles where he can score.
And he makes the first. And you love the aggressiveness of Young tacking off the dribble, and Brent, for his size, able to finish inside.
Well, he can get to the inside. He can shake guys loose. It's his ability to see the floor, Kevin, but it still comes down to that range where Trae Young has confidence to pull up from just about anywhere to get his offense going.
And so Young nails them both.
As much as we talk about Trae Young and then mention Steph Curry in the same breath, I think Trae wants to carve out his own path. We know he's a dynamic shooter, can set the table offensively. Now it's about learning the nuances of being a leader of a franchise.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. There's the dish to Collins. Hawks passing it around. And Huerter gets it to go.
Huerter never shy to let that one go. Just enough room on the catch and shoot.
Irving against Young. He gets it in there. 16 points for Kyrie Irving.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Irving against Young. Now here's Reddish. 19 points in the game. Young dishes to Reddish. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, if he wants to make the defense work, he's got to start knocking down the threes. Only one so far in this game for him, and none since halftime.
Chandler finds Durant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, life's not fair, right, Kevin? I mean, that is unfair. You do everything you can to contest Durant's shot, and it turns up to be an up fake instead.
The Nets have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. And that one misses.
It's pretty evident to see that Kevin Durant is driven to be a great player, but it's his love for the game. The passion he has for basketball is something that's just off the charts. I know he's anxious to have another great competitive year in the NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Jones checked in for Collins, and Hunter subbed in for Reddish. Good on the second free throw.
And coming from a background with player development for head coach Lloyd Pierce.
Well, I think he's great at just being a cheerleader and a confidence builder for this young team. I believe that to be a good fit here in Atlanta. He brings a great hands-on approach, and very, very important for him to think about player development as these young guys grow together.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 9. Harris outside. Back to Dinwiddie. That's tipped. Here's Hunter. And the layup's good off the glass. Hunter's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And what I admire about Hunter is that opportunistic attitude. This kid just makes things happen.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Dinwiddie kicks to Durant. Passes it to LeVert. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. LeVert's got 7 points for the quarter.
Of course, Kevin Durant, one of the game's greatest scorers of all time, but his ability within this offense to make plays, elevating the team.
And it's Hunter with the jam.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Durant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
We know Durant's difficult to slow down, but when he's penetrating like that, the defense just cannot deal with that length.
Brooklyn shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. That free throw, no good. Bembry's checked in for Damian Jones. And he's good on the 2nd. The Hawks leading by 23. Young with the ball. He's got 18. Down low. Dedmon trying to break free. Young's shot is off. Nets have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the 3rd. A 75% clip. Harris's shot is good.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
To the paint. And that one is stuffed right through.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Herter finds an open teammate.
Here now is Dinwiddie. He's got 9. Poke loose. And another steal for him. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
And there's the call on Kevin Huerter. That's his third foul of the game. So for the Nets, Prince is checked in for Durant, and it's Crawford in for Karis LeVert. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the inside. That's tipped.
And putting that 7'2" wingspan to good use, Hunter can be an elite defender if he keeps working at it.
Huerter, no good. And so Crawford will bring it up for the Nets. Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Young. Finished off the break. Young's got 20.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now, Dinwiddie. Atlanta with the rebound. Dedmon's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Young passes to Dedmon. Fades back. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Crawford. He trains the quick shot. Crawford's got his first bucket of the night.
All Crawford needs is just a little bit of room to kill you with the outside shot.
Here's Young. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Pass to Crawford. Prince in the corner. Plenty of space. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, when he's spotted up like that, Taurean Prince, those percentages go up. Very comfortable on that one.
Young outside. To the middle. Here's Bembry. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Bembry's got 4 this quarter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Now here's Dinwiddie. 9 points in the game so far. Nets with the new shot clock. Dedmon with the block.
We've got to respect the wingspan that time of Dwayne on that end. Look, you go up like that and you're a dead man.
The Nets have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. Free throw good, Jordan.
Well, there is continuous energy in DeAndre Jordan's play, really hustling on both ends and influencing those plays with that activity.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella comes in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. And he can't hit the second.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Here's Hunter. 10 points for him. Pass to Dedmon. 6 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. It's deflected.
Such a good defender, Taurean Prince. Physical, good lateral movement, and has the tools there to snuff out a shot.
In the corner, it's Harris. Tries yet again. Good work there as it goes. The Hawks leading by 22. Here's Teague. It's hauled in by Harris. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting almost 60% from the field here in the 3rd. They are really feeling it. And Jordan gets it to go.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league. Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Inside, Prince, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
That's just too easy for Taurean Prince.
Teague against Dinwiddie. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got 11. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jeff Teague.
Well, when you're on defense, hands up and antennas up with Crawford, constantly looking to get himself to the free throw line.
First trip to the line for him here. And the first one drops.
Crawford continues to get the job done out there. One of the best sixth men to ever play this game.
The Hawks making a switch here. Collins is checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Jared Allen's checked in for Joe Harris. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. And so Jamal Crawford nails both of them. Here's Teague, 11 points in the game. To the left wing, here's Bembry, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 6 assists here tonight.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
The pass to Crawford. Atlanta with the rebound. Capella's got 8 rebounds in this game. Bembry kicks to Collins. Passes it to Bembry. Here's Capella, defended by Allen. Capella dishes to Teague. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's just great work from Jeff Teague to draw a foul inside the paint. The D looks flustered.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
First one falls for him. Reddish, he's checked in for Atlanta. Dinwiddie is checked in for Brooklyn. And so Teague gets 2 free throws.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Irving. Takes a 3. That one doesn't go. Atlanta leading by 23. To the inside. Here's Collins. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Irving with it. From deep 3-point range, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in.
Well, good work from Jeff Teague to get himself in terrific position to help alter that look.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Atlanta running away with this one. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Teague's got the ball here for Atlanta. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for Brooklyn now, Kyrie Irving is out there with Garrett Temple. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Caruge in at the 3, the small forward. Teague can't hit.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Out to the wing. The Hawks working the ball around. Outside, Carter. Good on the triple. Carter's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Hawks.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Atlanta's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Down low, here's Teague, and it's sent back by Allen. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It'd be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing, instead of an all-star weekend, to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that at high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point. Irving from long range. The three-pointer is right on target. Irving's got 12 points here in the second half.
That gives him his second 3 of the half, with 3 total for the game.
Teague, the pass to Jones. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And yes, it's good.
Oh, nice to see Jeff Teague get down in there on the inside and come up with the bucket.
The Nets have gone just 33% from the field in the 4th quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Here's Temple. Over in the corner, Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Temple can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Graham, the pass to Fernando. He kicks it to Graham. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts, because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
Irving from long range. He can't get it to go. Hawks have gone 3 of 8 here in the 4th quarter. And here is Graham. Outside Teague. Pass to Graham. Three-pointer. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 7th assist in the game.
Well, Teague has his binoculars on, able to find his man for that open look.
Here's Caruge. Graham defending. Caruge passes to Temple. They need this one. Got a hand on it, and he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Trae Young, he's checked in for Teague. And the Nets also making a change. Durant's checked in for Jared Allen. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Tipped away. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Brent, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in there?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right, all about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can, that's an important factor.
Schedule, yes. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for the Nets.
One shot.
And that one falls for Young. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Ball's knocked loose. Young with the steal. From outside the arc. No good on that one. The Nets go the other way with it. Now Durant. That one rolling around and rims out. And the Hawks with possession. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. To the middle. Left side, Jones. The pass to Fernando. Clock at 6. Carter outside. Caruch grabs the board. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trailblazers. And then on Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
The first free throw is good. If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
Wow. First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yes.
So sign me up for that
with courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin. And there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be 2 pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted. And I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about
the game,
the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt. And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Kevin Durant. Carter hits them both. Here's Temple. Brent, a lot of teams will be paying that luxury tax, and that is a tough thing for a lot of owners to swallow. Is this the best method to deter teams from going over the cap, overspending? and out spending smaller markets.
You're hitting the nail on the head, Kevin, because there are some teams, as much as you said it's tough for some teams to swallow, there are other teams that never see that pill.
Right.
And they're willing to go as far as they need to go in order to put a championship team on the floor. It seems to be working, but the question you have for me, was it a deterrent right now? I don't know if it's as significant as it needs to be. We know the repeater tax certainly hurts some teams, but there are still teams that are willing to spend, Kevin. Yeah, that's really tough on small market teams who want to avoid that at all costs.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And again, it's the Nets missing. And it's the Hawks ball. They're on a 12-3 run. And he lobs it up. Fernando can't get it to go.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Graham kicks to Jones. He dishes it to Young. That 3 off the mark. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 41% for the game. Here's Karuch. Lobs it up for Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Well, determined that time to get to the rim, anticipating the pass, and a rim rocker.
Young taking his time here. Passes to Jones. Graham with the ball. Young outside. 5 to shoot. Outside, Jones. The 3. The rebound by the Nets. Crawford outside. Here's Karuch. Pass to Claxton. Now here's Crawford. Defense right on him. The shot that time not on target.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Young outside. Here's Jones. Jordan with some nice D. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The first one falls. Prince is checked in for the Nets. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And Atlanta has possession. Young, right side. Vince Carter on the wing. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. Rebounded by Temple. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Here's Karuch, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. The Hawks shooting has been dreadful lately, around 28% here in the fourth. Out left to the wing. Fires it up. Graham with the bucket. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Temple, defended by Carter. Temple, the pass to Prince. Wide open look. Rebound, Atlanta. Fernando's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hawks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Trae Young.
And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Here's Karuch. Temple dishes to Crawford. Over Young. Crawford's shot is good.
Does not get much better right there for Crawford. His jumper is sweet.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Vince Carter on the wing. Here's Temple. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Young against Crawford. Prince wide open. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
That's a weapon of Tayshaun Prince's offensive game. Continues to look for consistency from there.
Young outside. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.